Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Rigetti computing. It is time for another update, and today we will be discussing about the break of the support area that occurred last week. And yes, since this is the case, we can no longer be tracking the hyper bullish scenario which was previously available to us. But right now we will probably need to shift to a pattern, a scenario more similar to what we are tracking on the other quantum computing charts, which is part of a larger diagonal structure. Now, from a large time frame perspective, it is at this point even worse than on the other stocks, where I have to consider this probably something like an ABC movement to the upside in a wave 1. We have here an ABC correction in a wave 2, and we are looking only at an ABC structure to be unfolding within the wave 3 to the upside in this case. Now, within this structure, I am actually still looking for additional highs from the large time frame perspective, because within this wave C, I would still expect to form a 5-wave pattern to the upside, within which we only have the wave 1, 2, and 3 complete, which means, yeah, I am actually on the short time frame still looking for additional lows within the wave 4, but from a large time frame perspective, yeah, I would still expect to form a 5th wave afterwards. Now, within this wave 4 correction, I am looking for the retracement to find support in the area between the $35.3 all the way down to the $15.5 at the 61.8% retracement. And in this case, it isn't the same as it was with the bullish scenario, that if we break that, we can not track the bullish interpretation, but we can still track continuations higher. If we actually break here below the 61.8% retracement, well, I would probably not even be looking for any more additional significant highs, where in fact I would probably even focus on an even larger and significant correction, where I would probably need to consider this larger wave 3 complete, which over the larger time frame, it could take even a quite serious amount of time to complete the correction within the wave 4, and it could end up taking us to quite low levels, yeah? Remember, a correction for a wave 4 that could take us to the 61.8% retracement here in a 3 and a 4th. So yeah, without really expecting any new all-time highs, we would be looking, sure, we may be getting here a larger wave A that could be still within this wave 4 correction. It could break the area of support for example, something like a wave A, and then sure, we may get a wave B, and you may think, okay, we recovered, we are fine, we can still continue higher. Well, if we actually break below the 61.8% retracement, I would not really have faith. Most likely, I would need to be looking for an even deeper correction, continuation of the correction afterwards. But for now, we are still well within this area. In fact, we are at around 38.2% retracement, which is the ideal target for a wave 4. However, from a short time frame perspective, I do probably still prefer further continuation lower. Now, within this structure, I am looking to form an ABC pattern to the downside within the wave 4, and in it, I actually believe within the wave C, we still need a few additional lows before we may have a more clear 5-wave move. In this case, I'm considering this a 1, 2, a 3rd wave down, a 4th wave up, and then a 5th wave. And within this wave 3, I would actually probably still prefer to form an additional low, because I'm looking here at an ABC structure, an ending diagonal within this wave C, and within it, I have an internal wave C, which could be even considered an impulse. Now, in that case, I may be watching out internally for resistance here for the wave 4 at the levels between the $25.2 all the way up to the $27.4, where so far we have pushed into the 38.2% retracement, which is the ideal target for a wave 4. So yeah, if we are to consider this a 1, 2, 3rd, 4th, and a 5th, we have basically pushed into the ideal targets, and I wouldn't necessarily expect any additional highs. I could already see it going into the 5th wave to the downside. Of course, it is allowed to do that. And once we get here an additional 5th wave, well, honestly, I may actually expect even another 4-5 pattern to complete in this internal wave C within the wave 3. Now, we might not get that one as well. This is just the way I see the structure, and that I would prefer to play out to have a more clear and full pattern to the downside. But in the end, yeah, we may get just here a fourth, fifth, and then we are looking for the larger correction in the wave 4 and then the fifth wave to the downside. Now, if we end up breaking above the 50% retracement, we can look, I suppose, for the larger retracement for the wave 4, yeah, assuming that this third wave would have been completed and then we get the larger wave 4. And then I would need to see a retracement that would push as high or maximum or to the maximum high, that's at the 61.8% retracement at the $31.6, where if we even break that, well, then I may be open for a more significant low. But overall, I'm not really prepared to see a bottom within the larger wave 4, where if we break out of all these resistance areas, I would probably, as on the other charts, still be looking for an extension, something like an ABC structure to unfold, since yeah, this does not look like a full ABC structure to the downside, and I would still prefer additional lows still in one way or the other. And for now, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.